just because one sicko is now off the streets, whereas the rest of the sickos off the streets. So no, I do not feel unsafe. We definitely need to get her out of here. We need to get her. She will never probably feel comfortable being in Ocala again.
A family member of an 80-year-old woman who was sexually assaulted says she doesn't feel safe in their home.
In a TV20 exclusive interview, TV20's Alexis Goings tells us how the woman is coping after the arrest of the accused rapist.
I almost would feel sorry for him if he got in a room with her again a second time.
Ocala police arrested 31-year-old Taquino Williams this morning after he was accused of raping an 80-year-old woman at Saddleworth Green Apartments on Southwest 41st Street. Williams threatened the victim with a screwdriver, then proceeded to rape her.
He was wearing a green handkerchief bandana around his face, and she was like, I'm going to see this guy's face, even if it's the last thing I see, and pulled his bandana off of his face and was smart enough to use her nails on his face to get DNA under her fingernails.
According to one of the victim's family members, Williams entered through the open screen, walked through the patio, and entered through this door. Several neighbors later reported that Williams was checking for unlocked doors before finding the victim's apartment. Although she is battling breast cancer, her family says this assault did not change the woman that she is.
He's not going to haunt her dreams every night because he made her a victim. She fought so hard with him. She fought so hard against him. And she has not shown any sign of, breaking down or, this is going to affect the rest of her life, or, he has now ruined her life.
Williams has been charged with armed residential burglary, armed sexual battery, and possession of burglary tools. The victim's family says she will be in counseling and they plan to move back to Chicago. In Ocala, Alexis Goings, TV 20 News.